Oh, what is up, guys? Hope you are doing well. So quick videos, something different that's going on in the studio at the moment. Well, in my home, should I say. The UK's been put on another lockdown, which is a bit of a pain in the neck. So I've had to sort of find myself things to do, which are not film orientated, shall I say. We was meant to bring you a behind the scenes over at Rogue Creations SFX, but obviously that's got cancelled because as of today we're in a lockdown, so we sort of had to cancel that. We've had filming to do that we've had to sort of cancel, unfortunately. So I've been in a process of finding other projects to do to sort of take my mind away from the filmmaking sort of thing of life, should I say. So we've got another project going on. We're going to have two arcade machines, filming arcade machines, which I know it's not film based, but it's part of the channel. I thought you might enjoy it. A complete restoration of one which I've got at the moment. It's a bit of an eyesore, but at the moment, my first arcade machine. This needs a complete sort of restoration. It's all powered on, it all works. It's got the sort of light switch up the top here, but it's not the unit that I want. So it's running MAME at the moment. Is that it's an old PC system which is actually running it. Yeah, so this is it. The screen's about 19 inches. So I'll sort of pan back a bit. It all fires up and everything, but there is errors with the GPU on it. It's running Windows XP. This build, and as you can see, it's got quite sort of a big selection of games on it, from Street Fighter, so on and so forth. Fully arcade main ROMs, should I say. It's running a very old version of the software. So the plan is to turn this into a Raspberry Pi sort of setup, which I've got built, the software built at the moment, and I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, the cabinet's not in the best condition in the world, so a full restoration is going to be coming to the channel. So we're going to be doing it bit by bit. Now, I'm no means an expert. Let me see if I can fire up a game. At the moment, I'm using keyboard and mouse to plummet through the games, but it might boot up. Here we go. So Street Fighter's booted up. There's no sound coming from the unit at the moment. Let's turn the light out. There's no sound coming out of the unit at the moment because the speaker system's been disconnected. But as you can see, the main works absolutely perfectly. There is some sort of problems with the buttons and stuff like that, which I've got to sort of fix and sort of deal with. But as you can see, the gameplay absolutely fine. Now, the only problem with this is that the PC inside it that's running this system, there's something wrong with the graphics card, and it's an AGP. It's a really old graphics card. It's about 256 megs, which is fine for this cabinet. It's more than adequate to run these games. You can see full Street Fighter arcade running sort of top notch on it. It looks really cool. Just got to figure out. See, down here, the placement of the buttons are a bit weird. So there's a button there, and I just think there's a problem with the button configurations at the moment. Now, the reason for that is my fault. Now, when I got the system and I sort of loaded it up, it wasn't booting. Okay, there was a serious error with it. I could not get the system to boot. It just gave me problems after problems after problems. So what I had to do was reset the CMOS battery inside. So I took the CMOS battery out, waited a couple of minutes, just in case, you know, I thought to myself, maybe this machine hasn't been fired up in a while. Took the CMOS battery out, put it back in. It all fired up, but now it's sort of messed up the control system of the cabinet. Now, if I sort of take you, so I'm using a gimbal at the moment, so it's all over the place. If I take you into my studio and try and turn the camera around without, sorry about this, guys. Okay, so this is the setup, the sort of Raspberry Pi setup that we're going to be using in the cabinet. This is the setup that I want. As you can see, I've got it sort of wired to the Xbox controller at the moment. As you can see, we got everything on here. This is Virtual Man's latest build, I think. So as you can see down here, with all your graphics, your decals, you know, your background images. This is all set up, sort of ready to go. So I can sort of go in here and pick. Let's find Street Fighter on here, since it's my all-time favourite game. Right, just gonna try and play Street Fighter. So I've got all the Street Fighters on here. If I can find it. Oh, let's just put this on. So, let the game load. It's all got the, you know, the background music, the video transitions, all that good stuff. Now, I've ordered a new power supply for the Raspberry Pi, because as you can see, I'm getting some problems there. As you can see, the game's loaded up great. And that's basically the plan for it, is to get this complete setup. Let's just start the game. Find the right button. So the system, the build that I've got works absolutely fantastic. The Raspberry Pi build, as you can see. And it's going to be a lot more modern than what I've got. So as you can see, I can just punch it. So that actually works great. So I'm just going to come out of that and go back to the arcade machine. So let me just turn the light back on. So say hello to Dell. Right, so I don't know what's going on with my blooming gimbal at the moment. It's got a bloody mind of its own. So yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm going to show you some designs. I've ordered all the artwork for it. Now this obviously needs a massive sanding down. This whole cabinet needs a massive sanding down, and yeah, fits basically. The sides, so the sides are a bit, you see there's marks there and all over it, but and all the artwork is put on it. I think it's going to look absolutely fine. But as you can see, it works. The problem is, you know, I've got to sort out the internal, so I've got to sort out the buttons. Now I've currently taken it off. This is totally unscrewed. It's got, I think, the connections to it. So if I just put this around, because this is unplugged at the moment. Ah, that's why I can't use it. Because what I did was, it's got a PS2 adapter. Now, in order to make it obviously work with a Raspberry Pi, it needs to be, and these are for the buttons, so it needs to be a USB. So I've got a USB to PS2 converter coming. But what I did was, I've unplugged it from the board, so that's why I can't get any action. So let me just plug it in and see if we can get it working. There is some problems with the actual connections, the actual system itself, the computer running this main software. As you can see, it's just absolutely frozen at the moment. So that is going to be the plan for the next 4 weeks on the channel. I know it's something different, and yet there is a lot of, or quite a few, shall I say, arcade build YouTube channels that will absolutely demolish what I'm doing. But you know what? It's something to do during the lockdown. It's something to you know, put my heart into. And I think once it's finished, and once we've finished it on the channel, it will look and be absolutely insane. So this is my first of 2, shall I say, arcade builds coming to the house. We've got the first one here, which is great. Once we've got all the artwork it's all been rubbed down, the artwork. The new marquee's going in, which is going to be Outrun, which is one of my most favourite games of all time. Outrun, I played, spent many happy years in the arcade playing that. And my second is obviously the Street Fighter franchise, which is awesome. So it's great to know that I've got all the Street Fighter games that will be going into this cabinet. And then as soon as they get a decent working MAME of Killer Instinct, that'll be going on it as well. So yeah, not the biggest screen in the world. It's about 19 inch, but it's the correct ratio for, you know, that classic 90s, 80s, 90s arcade feel, which is great. It's got a Sony monitor inside. It's quite high resolution. It's perfect for this cabinet. Obviously, when we get the Star Wars decal, the Street Fighter backplate, which is going in there with all the graphics all over it, so on and so on. This will look absolutely awesome. So yeah, I hope you're looking forward to something different on the channel. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to be putting some personalised stuff on it for the RONG on there as well, film stuff. But the second cabinet that we're going to get is going to be a main RONG, the film RONG cabinet. It's all going to be personalised, so on and so on. But this is the first one that we got. It needs a lot of work, and we're going to be spending the next 4 weeks doing this system up. And making it look brilliant, and putting Raspberry Pi in it, and with thousands of games on it, and just having a hell of a lot of fun. So, as always, guys, love you very much. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and that bell. That does help us out a lot. I do apologise what's going on with the film behind the scenes at the moment, but as you can understand, the UK has gone into a lockdown again, and yes, we're not allowed out. So that's why I'm making this sort of like my pet project at the moment, sort of step away from the movie, because we can't do nothing on it yet. Step away from the film, do this little arcade project. The kids are going to love it. The missus is going to love it. She's already quite excited about it. You can see, you know, playing all the classic games, so that's going to be cool. So, as always, guys, I love you very much. And as always, I'll definitely catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao, guys. See you again.